everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Progressive Rock and Metal Album Review Series. And today I am going to be taking a look at a brand new 2025 release from one of the greatest bands of all time in the progressive metal genre and one of my all-time favourites, and a band that, quite frankly, in my opinion, needs no introduction whatsoever. I'm talking about, of course, the one and only legendary progressive metal band Dream Theater, and this is their newest recording for Inside Out Music, Parasomnia. So, Parasomnia marks Dream Theater's 16th studio album, and this album is a very special one for one reason only. It marks the return of founding member and original drummer Mike Portnoy, and this is the first time since 2009's Black Clouds and Silver Linings that Mike Portnoy has played and appeared on a Dream Theater album in 16 years. And as we all know, shortly after the 2009 tour, Mike Portnoy would leave Dream Theater and would be replaced by Mike Mangini behind the drum chair, and would remain the band's drummer for 13 years before leaving in 2024, thus paving the way for the return of Mike Portnoy. And with Mike Portnoy back in the fold, this brings the classic Dream Theater lineup back together once more, comprised of Mike Portnoy, John Petrucci, John Myung, Jordan Rudess, and James LaBrie. And all due respect to Mike Mangini, who did an excellent job playing the drums for Dream Theater and carrying the torch with lots of respect and class, it's great to have Mike Portnoy back in the band. And quite frankly, listening to this album, it feels like Mike Portnoy never left. It was like these guys played together the day before. They sound good, if not better than ever. But this is a different Mike Portnoy to the one that played on the last Dream Theater album 16 years earlier. This is a more mature, refined, and dare I say, better drummer than he was back then. And Mike Portnoy has grown not only as a musician, but as a composer and as an arranger. And he is absolutely on fire. And it's great to hear his drumming on a Dream Theater album once again. Jordan Rudess is absolutely ripping it up on keyboards. John Petrucci and John Myung are just tearing it up on guitars and bass, respectively. And James LaBrie, he's on top form both vocally and musically. All five guys sound incredible together, tight musicianship, and these guys haven't lost a single beat. They sound absolutely incredible. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. So let's have a look, shall we? One thing I have to say, I love the artwork. One thing about Dream Theater's albums, they do incredible artwork. So let's have a look. Yeah, very, very nice. And we've got the lyrics and we've got different artwork that conveys the theme of each track. Yeah, nice. Very, very nice. So a lot of the lyrics are composed by James LaBrie and Mike Portnoy and the rest of the band. And of course, all the music is written and composed by the entire band. Look at that, very dark and ominous. Love it. Very, very nice. And there they are, the classic lineup, back together once more. Cool shot of the guys. Cool individual shots of LaBrie and Petrucci. Another cool shots of, this time, Myung and Rudess. And of course, last but not least, there he is, the man himself, Portnoy. Great stuff here, absolutely great stuff. Very, very cool. So, Parasomnia is produced by John Petrucci and mixed by Andy Sneap, who mixed the last Dream Theater album, A View from the Top of the World. And the production is absolutely incredible. It's a great sounding album, and Andy Sneap has done an exceptional job, and these guys sound absolutely incredible. So we've got 8 tracks and we've got a couple of epics. And as you'd expect, the music is dark, it's heavy, it's proggy, it packs a punch. It's got everything you want in a Dream Theater album and then some. It's just absolutely incredible music from top to bottom. No duff tracks whatsoever. So we've got In the Arms of Morpheus, great opener. Night's Terror is excellent. A Broken Man is brilliant. Dead Asleep, which is like 11 minutes long, is excellent. Midnight's Messiah is great. Are We Dreaming, which is like a 1 minute interlude, which goes straight into Bend the Clock. And then we got the closer, The Shadow Man Incident, which is like 19 minutes long. As you'd expect, absolutely fantastic. All 5 musicians are just tearing it up, and they really are at the top of their game. And Mike Portnoy coming back to the fold has really, not that the band needed it, has really injected new life. And there's so much energy going on, so much power and ferocity. You name it, it's all there and then some. I absolutely love it. I've listened to this album quite a few times now, and this is definitely a strong candidate for Album of the Year, or certainly one of the best albums for 2025. Absolutely incredible. And the standout tracks for me are The Shadow Man Incident, Dead Asleep, In the Arms of Morpheus, Night's Terror, and A Broken Man. But there's so many good tracks to choose from. I wouldn't like to say which one's better than the other, but those ones definitely stand out to me. But top to bottom, Dream Theater continue to grow and get better and better with every listen, and some exceptional music and some great playing from everyone. And as I said already, it's great to have Mike Portnoy back behind the fold and playing drums with Dream Theater once again. And as I said, it just sounds like they just picked up where they left off the day before. They haven't missed a single beat or step, and wow, they just reminded me once again why Dream Theater are one of the greatest progressive metal bands of all time. So, excellent album, a great return to form, and great to have one of the original members back in the fold. Doesn't get any better than that. So, there you have it, Dream Theater, Parasomnia, one of the best albums for 2025 thus far. Love it. So that's going to be it from me. I am going to wrap this up now. What's your favourite track from Dream Theater Parasomnia? Is it In the Arms of Morpheus, Night's Terror, A Broken Man, Dead Asleep, Midnight's Messiah, Are We Dreaming, Bend the Clock, or The Shadow Man Incident? There's no right or wrong answer. We all have our favourite tracks. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Progressive Rock and Metal album review series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.